Welcome, I'm Robin. This is day 3 of Peaceful Strength, and today we're going to focus on our legs. Of course, we're also going to work our core and our glutes. So let's get started. You don't need anything except for maybe a mat, depending on your flooring. And if you have blocks, you might want to grab those, or something to place in between your inner thighs, like a rolled up towel or a cushion. So come to the front of your mat with your feet hip bone distance apart. Pull in your belly, soften your shoulders, maybe close your eyes. Just arrive here on your mat. Start to tune into the rhythm of your breath. See if you can let that focus, let it all, everything else go. Whatever you were just doing before now, and whatever else you have going on later. See if you can take this time for you. Take a big breath in through your nose. And an open mouth exhale, sigh it out. Again, big breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. And you can keep going like that, or you can come into your yogic breath, breathing in and out through your nose. Knowing you always have the option to exhale out through your mouth, which is a more cooling breath, especially as we start to heat up our bodies through our practice. It's making it mindful breaths, whatever you choose. Take your hands to heart center, set an intention or a mantra or an I am statement for your practice. Take another big breath in and big breath out. And then release your hands to your sides. We're going to get right into some squats. So you're going to hinge at your hips, send your seat back, knees tracking with the center of your feet. You can start off with your hands in prayer, lowering and lifting through your glutes. Feeling your quads engage. Really sending your seat back, lengthening your tailbone, pulling in your belly. Maybe reaching your arms straight forward. Maybe reaching your arms up. We're going to stand all the way up. Exhale. Inhale, back down. Exhale, stand. Whatever you want to do with your arms, but if you have them up or forward, you're going to be warming up through your arms too here. For 8, 7, 6, 5. You should be able to still see your toes. 4, 3. Weight in your heels. 2, and 1. Fold forward, straighten your legs, shake out your head. And then with your hands on your mat or on blocks on any height, you're going to step your left foot back to a lunge, step it back in. Right foot back, way back. Keep alternating side to side. Front knee over your ankle, pulling your heart forward, shoulders away from your ears. Good. Warming up the big muscles in our body. And then the next time that your left foot is back, pause. Good. Right knee over your ankle, hands on blocks or on the floor. You're going to put a bend in your back knee, lower it down towards the floor, doesn't have to touch, and then straighten. Lower down, then straighten. 3 more. Lower down, straighten, bend, straighten. 1 more, bend, straighten. Good. Now you could take the blocks with you or take your hands to the mat. You're going to walk your hands to the left, all the way over to the back of your mat, turning your toes, coming into a side lunge. Left knee now over your ankle, straightening through your right foot completely down, or lift the toes up. Big breath in, big breath out. And then switch back to the front of your mat, bending your right leg, straightening your left leg in a skandasana lunge. Maybe lifting up the left toes. Big breath in, big breath out. 1 more, big breath in, and big breath out. And then come to the center, feet parallel, maybe taking them to the back edge of your mat. Take a half lift and then fold in between your feet, wide-legged forward fold. You can hold on to your ankles here, your big toes. You just keep your hands down on the mat or stretch your arms forward like you were in down dog. You could also put a bend in your knees here. Lifting your sitting bones, finding a long spine for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, take a half lift, walk your hands underneath your face. Start to go towards the front of your mat, turning your right foot, coming up on the ball of your back foot. Step your back foot forward, take a half lift, and fold. We're going to go into the stepping backs again. So step your left foot back, come back in, right foot, alternating side to side, pulling your heart forward, shoulders away from your ears, neck nice and long, not cranking it up. And breathing. The next time your right foot is back, pause. All right, with your hands on the blocks or not. We're going to put a bend in your back knee, lower it down towards the mat, and straighten. Bend and straighten. Left knee over your ankle, maybe scooching your back foot back. Bend and straighten. 2 more, bend and straighten. 1 more, bend and straighten. Hold it straight. Start to walk over to the right side of your mat. Maybe you're taking the blocks with you. Going all the way to the back of your mat. Coming into a side lunge. Maybe you're up here instead. Maybe you're lifting up your left toes. Feeling a nice stretch in the inner thigh. Then walk to the front. Bending your left knee. Maybe lifting up your right toes. Big breath in. Big breath out. And then come back to the center, parallel the feet. Take your hands right underneath your gaze. Keep your left hand down, sweep your right arm up, take a twist. Come back to center, twist the other way. Your hands can be on blocks. Lower down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, walk to the front of your mat. Taking your blocks if you move them, stepping your back foot forward, taking a half lift, and fold. Inhale, coming all the way up, big breath in. Exhale, fold right away. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back to plank. Pause in your plank, wrapping your triceps back in towards your body. You Could be on your knees here too. Your head in line with your spine. Reaching energy out through your heels. You've got this. No pain in your wrists. You could be down on your forearms. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And then come to your knees if you're not. Lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes, toenails on the mat. Inhale, peel up for a little cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, come up. Maybe slide your hands back more. Start to straighten your arms for cobra, full cobra. Or stay low. Exhale down. 1 more. Inhale, rise up, maybe up dog, thighs off the mat, heart forward, collarbones broad. Exhale, down dog. First down dog, maybe bicycle your legs, shake out your head. Find that crease at your hips. Engage your quadricep muscles by lifting up through your kneecaps. And then inhale, lift your right leg up high behind you, 3-legged dog. On your exhale, draw your knee towards your nose, shifting your shoulders over your wrists, and step your foot in between your hands. Now you can drag it forward, or you could have had your hands on blocks here. Pull your heart forward, so we were here before. But now we're going to rise up. So adjust the distance in between your feet to come all the way up to a high lunge. So your hands can be on your hips. They could be in prayer, or they could be up or forward. We're going to put a bend in your back knee, right knee over your ankle, and start to lower down as long as there's no pain in your knees. Lift back up. Lower your back knee down towards the mat. Lift it back up. 3 more, lower. And lift, 2. Lower and lift. Last one, lower and lift. Okay, awesome. So your back leg is nice and straight. Your quad is engaged. You can stay here. You can lean forward. You can take your arms behind you, airplane lunge, palms down towards the mat. Or you could start to straighten your front leg, lift your back leg up, toes down, squaring your hips for airplane. For 5, pull in that belly. 4, feel the side of your glutes work. 3, 2, and 1. Land back in your lunge. If you came up, reach your arms up, maybe slightly back bend. Hands to the mat, step back plank, lower to your belly or chaturanga. Inhale, open it up through your chest. Exhale, down dog. Other side, inhale, lift your left leg up. Maybe your hands are on blocks here. On your exhale, draw your knee to your nose like slow motion, shifting your shoulders over your wrists, lifting it up high to step your foot right through in between your hands. Pause in your runner's lunge. Maybe adjusting the distance width-wise between your feet. And then rise up nice and strong. Left knee over your ankle, pulling in your belly, lengthening your tailbone, finding your balance here. And you can stay right here in your lunge, or you could put a bend in the back knee, lower it straight down towards the mat, lift back up, lower down, and lift. 3 more, lower. And lift, 2, lower, and lift. Last one, lower, and lift. Good. So you could stay right here. Your hands can be anywhere that feels good, or you can lean forward, maybe airplane arms, stay in the lunge, or drawing that left hip crease back, start to straighten your left leg, lift your right leg, spiral your right inner thigh up towards the ceiling. Breathing. 2 more breaths. 1 more. If you're up, carefully land back in your lunge. Maybe slightly back bend. And then exhale your hands down to the mat. Step back plank. Lower to chaturanga, low push-up, or your belly. Inhale for cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. 1 more big breath in. And big breath out. Look forward to your hands and step, or maybe hop forward and take a half lift. Exhale, fold. All right, so grab a block or a towel or a pillow. Take your feet about hip distance apart. Place whatever you have in between your inner thighs. Bend your knees, rise up to chair pose. Lengthening that tailbone again. Hugging your inner thighs in towards the midline. Little lower and lifts here. Squeezing into whatever you have or into something imaginary if you don't have anything. Big move. We're going to stand and exhale. Inhale, lower. Exhale, stand. Inhale, lower. Breathing. Knees tracking with the center of your feet. Sending your hips way back. We're going to hold it down in 4. In 3. In 2. And 1. Hold it down. Reach your right arm up, your left arm down. And then switch, staying low. And you can keep your feet grounded on the mat. Or as you lift your arm, you lift up onto the balls of your feet. Lower down, lift up, lower down, and lift. Keep alternating. Whether you're lifting onto the balls of your feet or not, hugging into that block. For 8, 7, 6, 5, stay low, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand all the way up, squeeze that block, and then let it go. All right, hopefully your legs and your heart are racing. Your legs are nice and warmed up. We're going to take a wide stance, this time with our heels in and our toes out, and bend your knees. So a horse stance or a goddess squat, opening up now through the inner thighs, but we were just hugging in with little presses back of your thigh bones. Torso right up over your pelvis. Your hands can be on your hips, or you can goal post your arms here. Maybe lift your right heel up. Lower it down. Maybe lift your left heel up. Slowing down your breath. Lower down, maybe alternating heels or keeping them both up. Little pulses for 8, 7, heavy tailbone, 6, find your balance, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your heels if they're up. Take your hands to your inner thighs. Lean forward, opening up through the inner thighs. Dip your left shoulder in, take a twist. Come back to center, twist the other way. Come back to center, straighten your legs, reach your arms out. Take a side bend. Come back to center, side bend. Come back to center, heel toe your feet together or hop together. Come to the front of your mat, heels in, toes out, feet wide. For Malasana. So maybe Malasana is not your posture. You can do what we just did, staying up higher, adjusting the distance in between your feet as you need. Or take your hands to prayer, lower all the way down, Malasana. Pressing into your heels, maybe lifting up through your toes, pulling your heart forward. And then you're going to press into your feet, stand up, sweep your arms open. Exhale, back down. Inhale, stand, open. Exhale into Malasana. 2 more, inhale. Exhale, 1 more, inhale. And exhale, hold here, maybe sitting up on a block or 2. Or practicing your crow pose. If you need a little bit more, work for your core. We're going to do that on another day, so I'm going to stay here. 3 more breaths. 2 more. Last one. And then plant your hands down, step back to plank, lower to your belly or chaturanga. Inhale into your back bend, or you could just skip it and go right to down dog. Downward facing dog, lift your right leg up, open your hip, bend your knee, take some circles of your ankle or that whole leg, switch directions. And then inhale, straighten the leg, exhale, step it forward in between your hands. If it doesn't reach, bring it on through, lower that left to the mat. Come up to your right thigh, right knee right over your ankle, 90 and 90, left hip over your left knee. Feeling a nice stretch in the left side. If you need more, step that back foot back. My back toes are tucked under, but you can have them flat here too. Reach your right arm back and your left arm forward. Take a twist here. You can stay nice and open, or you could take your hands to prayer and hook your elbow, pressing your hands together, reaching your heart towards your thumbs. And then you could stay with the twist, or you can reach for that back, bend your back knee, your left foot, and reach for your foot. With either hand. I'm using my right hand to reach back. Your left hand could come to the mat or to a block. So you turn your torso, or you can keep looking forward. If you can't reach your ankle or your foot, you can maybe use a strap, or just reach in that direction. 1 more breath here. And then carefully release the foot. If you have blocks, maybe take them same height. Start to straighten your right leg, maybe lifting your toes up in a half splits position, or you can slide out into a full splits. Squaring your hips, reaching your heart forward. Breathing into that hamstring. You can always keep a bend here. Don't force the stretch. Find your engagement. Nice long spine. And then start to bend that front knee, sliding back out. Coming to all fours, lifting your hips, down dog. Other side. Inhale, lift your left leg up, open your hip, bend your knee, take some circles. Letting it feel good. And then inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, step it forward. Taking your time. Lowering your right knee to the mat, maybe patting it up. And coming up to your left thigh. Pressing into your thigh, pulling in your low ribs, lengthening your tailbone. Finding your stretch. And you could stay here. You could slide the back leg back a little bit, or you can come into that twist. Take your left arm back and your right arm forward for an open twist. Or you could take your hands to your heart Take your right elbow to your left thigh and peel your chest open. And you could stay here, or you can bend your right knee, reach around. I'm reaching with my left hand. Or you could take your right hand, keep it on your leg, or take it to a block. Opening up through your chest, your quad, your hip. One more breath here. If you're holding onto your foot, carefully release it without flinging. Take your hands to your blocks, if you have them, or not. Just start to straighten your left leg any amount, feeling a nice stretch in the back of that leg. Maybe lifting up the toes, pulling your heart forward, hinging at your hips, long spine. No pain in your back, or you could be sliding out into your splits. Taking slow and steady breaths here. We worked our legs, taking some time to breathe and stretch here. Two more breaths. And then as slowly as you went in, make your way back out. Coming to all fours. One round of cat-cow. Press the floor away, round your spine. Bring your chin towards your chest. And then lift your tailbone, lower your belly, pull your heart forward, cow. And then come to a seat. Or if you prefer, lie down on your back. Just going to end with a little bit of meditation. Just noticing how you feel here. If you need a little bit more, you can reach your arms up if you're seated and take a side bend, anchoring both hips down. Coming back to center, side bending the other way. Coming back to center, maybe folding forward over your legs. And then if you're folded, slowly come back up with your eyes closed or soft. Just taking a few breaths in a seat or on your back. Just noticing the sensations in your body. And watching your breath. As you tune into that internal peace that's always there for you. You could stay here as long as you need. You could press pause. But if you're ready, start to come back onto your mat, into your body. Maybe making some movements, maybe rocking your head side to side. If you're on your back, slowly coming to one side, taking a moment of pause before pressing up. And if you're seated, keeping your eyes closed or soft, if that's okay with your body. And take your hands to your heart, pressing your finger pads together, the base of your palms, feeling that space in between your hands where you hold your intention, your mantra. Just connecting back to that. Feeling all the love and peace within, all your strength. Thank you so much for being here today. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Let me know in the comments how you enjoy the class, working our legs, putting in some other yoga postures that maybe we haven't done in a while. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, and I hope to see you for the next class.